Chloe, I just got off work. You're off today, right?
Yep. I'm off from all my part-time jobs today. I already made dinner, too.
Thanks. Were you able to relax today?
Yep, it's been a while since I've had a full day off. I was able to really sit back and relax. The day went by so quickly, though.
I'm glad you were able to have time off. But are you okay?
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, you're off today, but you've been working almost every day recently, right? I'm wondering if you're overworking yourself.
Aw, thank you for worrying about me. But I'm totally fine. Don't worry about me, Brian.
You've been a stay-at-home wife since we got married, but you started working so much recently. I can't help but be worried about you.
I guess, but I'm doing this all because I want to.
Well, yeah, I understand that. But you don't need to work this much, right? We've been able to live comfortably with my paycheck. You don't need to overwork yourself, Chloe.
Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you so much, Brian. We've been having a stable life because of how hard you work.
Then there's no need for you to work so hard, is there?
I can't keep letting you spoil me, though. We might decide to have kids, or you might get sick and not be able to work, you know?
I mean, yeah, it's possible, but...
Right? It'll be easier if I'm working when that happens, won't it? Plus, I want to start a savings account, too. Things will be easier for you if I'm working, right?
I mean, having more savings is definitely a good thing. I control the finances and have money saved up right now. But it'd be a lot of help if you had savings too.
Of course! So honestly, don't worry about me. I just want to do what I can to support you as your wife. Okay?
Yeah. I'm not gonna go against you after all that convincing.
I'm glad. Thank you.
But I want you to be more careful about the way you're working now. If you keep working the way you are, you're gonna get sick.
I can't do anything about it right now. But once I get the hang of things, I'm planning to take on fewer shifts. So don't worry too much.
Please do that. I'll feel so much better if you did. Oh, one other thing. I was going to ask you yesterday, but I forgot.
Yeah? What's wrong?
You know how you came home late last night? That's why I didn't get the chance to ask, but... what is that envelope addressed to you all about? There was a similar one delivered last month too, right?
Oh, it's nothing. You know how I started working recently? So they've been sending me mandatory paperwork. I've just been receiving papers with instructions and those kinds of things. So don't worry about it too much.
I see. Okay then. I'm almost home.
I'll heat up dinner.
Brian, sorry to bother you during your work. I have something important to talk about with you. Respond to me when you have the time. George? Did something happen? I don't get text messages from you that often. Oh, well, I knew that you had work today. I thought I'd be a bother if I called. Anyways, how's your work going? Is it going well? Yes, very well. Thanks for asking. Chloe's been supporting me a lot, too. I've been working much more productively compared to when I was single. Doing good, I see. I know this is awkward to ask, but you're not getting paid less, are you? Not really, no. In fact, I've gotten a raise this year. This is all thanks to Chloe. A pay raise. Then why are you guys in this kind of situation? Brian, do you even care about my daughter? What? What are you talking about? Stop acting clueless. My daughter came over here to ask us to lend her $10,000. How dare you not give her money to pay for living expenses? What? $10,000? Living expenses? I heard that she's struggling because you don't give her money for things around the house. That's why she's asking for us to pay for her living expenses. What the hell's going on? What do you mean? I have no idea what's going on either. What do you say? Are you going to act like you're innocent after making my daughter cry? I've been giving my wife $5,000 every month. I intended that money to include our living expenses, so I'm really not sure what you're talking about. $5,000? That much? Oh, I just remembered you work in finance. Yes, thankfully I have a fairly good job. But if what you're saying is true, that would mean that my daughter's lying to me. I guess you're right. My daughter never contacted me before she got married to you, so I'm grateful for you in that sense. But this and that is a different story. It's hard not to trust my own daughter. I understand what you're saying, George. If you're worried, I can show you my bank statements. Because of my job, I've been controlling all our finances other than our living expenses. Well, if you're going to say all that, I believe you. I'm sorry for doubting you in the beginning. It's okay. Thank you for believing what I told you. Anyways, I'm more worried about my daughter. She lied to me so that she could borrow $10,000. She might be in a situation where she can't tell us what's going on. About that, there's something a little off about my wife recently. How so? She started working a bunch of different jobs recently. She also keeps getting letters from a lawyer. Is that true? Your daughter doesn't know of the fact that I'm aware that the envelopes are from a lawyer, though. But I do think it's weird she's keeping a secret from me, too. That's true. I understand. What are you gonna do? I'll try talking to her about it. No matter the reason, $10,000 is a lot of money. It'll be difficult if we don't know the real reason for it. Yeah, I think it'll be better if I don't question her about it. Besides, if she gets suspicious, we might not be able to get anything out of her. I'll leave the rest up to you, Brian. Thank you so much.
Brian, sorry I'm late. I'm heading home now. Did you eat already? If not, I can buy something on the way.
It's fine, I ate already. Good job at work today.
You too. Okay, maybe I'll stop by the store on my way home. Is there still food left at home?
There's some pasta left over, but we're running low on sauce, so maybe you should get some on the way home.
I'll do that then. Whew! I'm so tired from today though. I'm so tired I might fall asleep right after I get home.
Are you okay? I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty about your working schedule now, but honestly, please be careful.
I know. I'm taking care of my physical health. Don't worry about me.
But, what's the reason you're working so hard? Is there something you want to buy? You know I'll buy it for you if you tell me, right?
I told you, it's for our future. It's not something you need to worry about, Brian.
I mean, sure. That's fine. Anyways, you got another letter.
Oh, really? I'll read it when I get home. You can just leave it somewhere.
Sure, but why is the letter from a lawyer?
Huh? Did you look inside? Without my permission?
No, I didn't look inside. But I don't need to open the envelope to find out who sent it. Anyone would be curious if their wife was getting letters from a lawyer. Do you have some kind of problem telling me?
Of course not. We're married.
Right. So what's this about? Like I said earlier, I'm curious.
It's really nothing. You know how I hit the Johnson's ledge with my car a while ago?
Yeah. But hasn't that situation been settled already, right?
We settled everything, but I still got notified about the reports and things like that. That envelope is probably something related to that. So you don't really have to worry about it.
You should have told me that from the beginning then. You made me overthink it.
Overthink what?
Like whether you're hiding something from me, Chloe. It's not a very good feeling to doubt your own wife. Make sure you tell me if something happens from now on.
Yeah, you're right. I'll do that from now on.
It's a promise. Okay, I'm gonna go run a bath or something.
Brian, what time are you coming home today? Dinner's already ready.
You're already at home?
Yup. It's rare that I'm home earlier than you.
I see. I'm sorry. I don't think I can come home today.
Huh? What's wrong? Is it work?
No, I'm away seeing someone. I'm in a different state right now, so I'll probably have to spend the night out here.
Out of state? Who are you seeing?
Your ex-husband.
What are you saying? You're the only person I've married. I don't have an ex-husband.
But he's right in front of me. Do you really think you can still lie in this situation? He's not with me right now, but I even met your son.
So you're really seeing him right now?
I never would have thought that you had a son. Seems like he's already in preschool. Your ex-husband's raised him well.
Oh. But why? How did you find out about my ex-husband?
The envelope from the lawyer. Your ex-husband's name and address were written on it.
Didn't I tell you not to look at it without my permission? Just because we're married doesn't mean you can just do things like that.
Doesn't mean you can just do whatever either. I know that you lied to your father and borrowed $10,000 from him.
I had a complicated reason.
I know that too. You never paid child support, did you? That's why your ex-husband was having trouble.
Having trouble? There's no way that's true. He never said anything until now.
That's because he was trying to put distance between you two since you had a new life.
Then he should have kept doing that. He suddenly charged me with all the past payments and said that if I couldn't pay it, I'll be taken to court. Thanks to him, I'm in so much trouble right now.
Well, of course. There's a reason for that too. Did you even read the letter properly?
I did. My son's sick, so he needs money, right?
Then don't you understand? Your ex-husband didn't do anything wrong.
So what? I have to give him money now? I'm living a happy life married to you now. But my own son is getting in the way of that.
Getting in the way? He's your son.
We got a divorce right after he was born, so he's like a stranger to me. So I borrowed $10,000 from my dad and started working to pay that money back. No one has any right to say anything about me.
You did that because you didn't want to get taken to court. It wasn't out of love for your son.
Who cares about that? Either way, I did what I needed to do. This is an issue between my ex-husband and I. It's not something you need to meddle in.
Yeah, you're right. But I can't just ignore what happened. And I don't think I can continue to be married to you either.
Why are you saying that? Is it because I used to be married? Or because I never told you that I had a kid? I'll apologize for all of that.
I don't care about any of that. Besides, I don't think you were the only one at fault for your divorce. And your parental rights aren't any of my business. I have nothing to say if you both agreed.
Then what aren't you happy about?
You said it yourself, that your son is getting in the way of your happiness.
But it's the truth.
You have no right to be a mother if you can say something like that so easily. Plus, you never paid child support until now. Even when you found out your son was sick, you're still acting like that. I don't think someone like that can be a good mother to a child.
That's because we got divorced. You and I aren't divorced. So of course I'm going to do everything I can if we have a child together.
Then you're basically saying that if we get divorced, you won't care about our child anymore either, right?
That was just a way of phrasing things. Stop nitpicking the small details.
No, this is the truth. If you really cared about your son, you could have told me the truth and asked me to help pay for your son's hospital bills. You didn't need to lie to your father either.
If I did that, my whole life would have been messed up.
You're right. That's why you didn't do it. You love yourself more than you could ever love your child. Basically, you don't care about what happens to your son, right? In the end, you showed your true colors.
Why would you say it like that? You're being so awful.
You're the one that's awful. This is all the consequence of all the bad actions that you've piled up. Give up and take in your new reality. Chloe and I officially got divorced. My father-in-law also found out about what Chloe had been doing and cut off his ties with her. Of course, he's making her pay back the $10,000. I'm charging her with alimony as well. As for Chloe's ex-husband, he was able to get the $10,000 in child support that Chloe never paid. With that, he was able to pay for his son's medical bills. Chloe was a terrible mother, and she only paid her ex-husband $10,000 to save herself. But thanks to that, Chloe's son was able to get the medical care he needed. So I don't think everything was bad in the end. It seems like her ex-husband is going to keep demanding child support from her, so she'll have to continue working. No matter how hard it gets, I want her to face the consequences of her actions and realize her past mistakes.